morning, everyone, and welcome to Jollof Rice Made Easy. Now there are 1,001 ways in which you can cook jollof rice. However, because of time, I'm going to sort of innovate this morning so that we can get it done quickly. And like I said, there's 1,001 ways to make jollof rice. So get everybody together because today, because of the cooking time for jollof rice, I'm going to have some time to chat with you. So get ready to begin to send in your comments because today I'm going to put my laptop right here in a few moments and we can begin to chat. Now, jollof rice is a dish that is all over West Africa. And you know, Sierra Leone, Nigeria, Liberia, Ghana, and we all have a little competition going on with ourselves that who makes the best jollof rice. Of course, I think Nigerian jollof rice is just the very, very best. I may be wrong, but I think, you know, Nigeria is just good. I know my guy. I love Liberian jollof rice, by the way. However, Nigeria is still the best. Sierra Leone, no, you are good, you are good. Ghana jollof rice, wonderful, awesome. Everything is so good, but Nigeria is the best. All right, then. So the basic ingredients for jollof rice is rice, you know, and here I have about 4 cups of rice. I already have my water, about 3 cups of water on the stove. It's already hot, and then you can see that just about 2 or 3 cups of water. I already put my chicken stock in there. I had some stock from chicken I made, so I'm going to get that going right away because we don't have time like that. I have about 4 cups of rice here, just 4 cups of rice. That should feed about 8 people, depending on how much you eat. So it could feed 8 to 10 people. So that's about 4 cups of rice right there. So we already have that going. Now, like I said, there are so many methods for jollof rice. Today, ordinarily, I would have started with the peppers and all the rest of it, but because of time, I want to get this done. I'm going to allow the rice to start cooking, okay? So we have rice in there. We have some stock, and we are prepping. So let's regard that as prepping, getting ready. Now, I have my vegetable oil, about maybe, because we don't want to use too much oil either. So like about 2/3 of a cup of oil, we have it in there. I'm going to, now the basic ingredients for your jollof rice is the rice, you have the bell pepper, you have the tomatoes, you have the onion, and if you like, you can use the Scotch bonnet or any other hot pepper that you want. I also have a little basil. I just got a little. I don't have a lot of basil yet. My garden is still growing. So I got a little basil. That was all I could get from my garden this morning. Okay, so I have a little basil. I'm going to use thyme and I'm going to use curry. That's what I'm using today. So some thyme, some curry, some basil. That will be my spice. But for the sauce, for the jollof rice, I've got tomatoes. You can use about tomatoes this size. You can for about 4 cups that we have in there. You can use about 6 tomatoes. This is a pretty large what do you call it?
Bell pepper.
Bell pepper. You can. I already took out the seed and all the rest of it. You can use about 3 to 4 of this, and then for the onions, about the size, you can use about 2 or 2.5. Okay. But again, so what I have my oil is already on. If you give me that, I will begin to blend it. So you will see that my blender is already loaded up. I have my about 5 to 6 tomatoes this size, about 2 onions of that size, about 2.5 bell pepper in there. So I'm just going to quickly blend all that. Remember, my oil is on, my vegetable oil, it's heating up a little, just a little, because I want to put some onions in there. And you have to keep, I'm putting my water in my rice a little at a time because you never want your jollof rice to be too hot, too soft. So here we go. My water is drying up, so I'm just going to keep adding a little water at a time. Okay. Ordinarily, this would have been my sauce that I would have started to add, but like I said, because of time, I'm going to improvise. So here's the vegetable oil. I'm just going to slice some. I'm chopping up my onions. I'm just going to put some onions in there. And I'm sure you all had a wonderful time in Caroline's kitchen last week as she taught you how to make baked baked moi moi. That was something, wasn't it? Really interesting, and I do like the texture of it. I like the taste of it. And like her little girl said, it's a moi moi snack. When you cut it up in little pieces, that way we can probably get our little kids to take a lot of the protein that they need. So that was good. The baked moi moi was truly, truly good. But watch out so that you don't put it in for too long so that it doesn't burn at the bottom. Whenever you bake stuff, you have that danger. Okay, so I'm just chopping up my onion. About half of this will do. And like I taught you, when you do onions, you just want it to be a little golden brown. Just a little golden brown. Just saute it a little so that it's soft and Oops, that's okay. All right then, I guess I have enough there. So my rice is, and you have to be careful. I don't want to overcook my rice. I don't want my water to dry out, so I'm just going to add a little water at a time. Now, remember, I'm cooking my rice in stock. You can use beef stock, you can use chicken stock, just to give the rice a little taste. And then, of course, I want to put some salt in there. And you have to your salt for taste, depending on how you like your salt. Please always measure your salt. Don't pour something because once you get too much in there, that is it. If you make a mistake, you tilt it over. So try and use a spoon or something to measure, to put your stuff in. All right. Okay, so I'm just going to put my pepper in. I think I might even have too much, but it's okay. I'm thinking whether or not to use everything. Okay, I'm just going to put in everything because when I'm done, if I have leftover, if I don't use everything for my rice, I'm just going to put it in the fridge for next time. If I can rinse that out. I'm going to reduce this. Like I said, there are different methods of cooking jollof rice. Some people may not cook their jollof rice this way. I was a little slow with my pepper. I'm going to turn the I made a little mess there, so I want to clean it up. All right. Now, the usual way people do this is they first do they put the pepper directly into the rice. so they start cooking at the same time. I was trying to save some time this morning. I hope it doesn't backfire. Like I said, you can make jollof rice 101 ways. The important thing is that the stew and the rice is one dish. At the end of the day, that's what happens. So that's the secret. And okay, I want to talk to you this morning. All right. Yeah, I see my cousin there. She joined me. Morenica, how are you this morning? She's the one who, I know she's going to be like, sister isn't going to put in Maggie like she always says she wouldn't. If it was my cousin Morenica this morning, we would have already had like 6, 7, 8, 10 cubes of Maggie in there. Like I said, I don't like using Maggie. And if you notice, some people also use the, what do you call it? They also use the canned tomatoes. I like my food fresh. I just like my food fresh. So, I'm not using canned tomatoes either. To make it red, use more red pepper. Okay? All right. So, now, it's been quite an interesting week with all the stuff that is going on. Oh my goodness, let this sauce, I should have started off with my sauce. I've parboiled my rice, so I'm going to just turn off the stove so that I don't get my rice too soft, because my stew isn't where it needs to be right now. And you don't want, so that was about maybe 5-7 minutes of cooking, just parboiling the rice. So I'm going to just set that aside. It's been a difficult week with all the stuff that is going on, and I just want us to, as much as possible, because our children are going through a lot right now, as much as possible, when we have young people around us, they may not be verbalizing what they are going through, but they are going through. So please, it's the time to love all the young people that are around you, even if they are not saying anything. Just give them that extra love, that extra time, that extra attention. If they want to talk, let them talk. If they don't want to talk, don't press them. Just let them be, because people have different ways of processing whatever it is that they are going through. So you really want to, give them their space at this time, please. And immediately after the reflections this morning, a young lady is going to come on. I'm going to post her video. It's about 6 minutes. She's going to be talking about some of the stuff that we are going through. She had this recorded way before the George Floyd episode happened. It was actually during the heat of the coronavirus. So I'm going to post it on, and if any of you need somebody to talk to, she has said, I will provide some free service. I will take time, maybe 20-30 minutes, to give people individual therapy. So that's very kind of her. Her name is Jessica. She's a sweet, lovely young lady. So immediately after reflections, I'm going to post her video on. All right then. Because it's taken us some time this morning. Never mind me. We will get there. But I just wanted you to know how easy jollof rice is. Now remember, I've been teaching you some basic things up to this point. I've taught you Obiata Didi, Eforiru, and all the rest of it. You will notice that the basic ingredients for all of this is the tomato, the bell pepper, the onions. Now, if you were able to get the Obiata Didi, your jollof rice for you is going to be a breeze, because all it needs is now you are adding rice to that. That's all. That's all. And you season your rice. The reason jollof rice is so nice is because of the seasoning. People put a lot of seasoning in it. I keep my stuff simple. They put plenty of Maggi. They put plenty of thyme. Some people, have you ever tried that slap your mama spice from New Orleans? That is something else. That's also good. I have some, but I'm not using it this morning. But I do like my curry. I like my curry. I like my thyme. And I like basil. But I'm going to put basil towards the end. Some people use, what do you call it? Some people use bay leaf for their jollof rice. It's also good. It's all nice spices. So I'm going to add my thyme now. Just a spoon of thyme. The sauce is finally behaving itself and beginning to bubble. Remember, I turned off my rice because I didn't want it to get too soft. So I'm putting in like a spoon of thyme and my curry as well. About a spoon and a half of that. Okay. This is going to take us some time today because jollof rice takes a little while to cook. In fact, all right then. So you can see it's already bubbling. Remember, I turned off the rice. Let me show you what the rice looks like. I just parboiled it for like 5 minutes. Let me test the texture. So you can see it's still very, very hard. That will give me enough time to put my stew in when my stew is done. Okay? All right. You don't want your rice to parboil it for about 5 minutes and you are good. This is coming on nice. I nearly forgot the salt. Okay. I know my cousin is already saying, let's have put some Maggi in this thing now. Let's have put some Maggi in. And I know some of you are also saying, put Maggi in. So I'll put one. So you don't think it's because I don't have it. I have it, but I can have Maggi in this house for a whole year and not finish a small packet. All right then. So where is it anyway?
It's beside the vinegar.
Okay, I've got one here. All right then. So I'll use one. Okay, my young ladies are the ones telling me where the Maggi is. I'm sure they've been sneaking some in the food when I'm not around. Oh, okay, they didn't say no. So I'm right.
You didn't know we had Maggi.
You didn't know we had Maggi. All right. So we'll just put that in the sauce. Okay. Now, see that I've had this on for about 10 minutes. It didn't start boiling on time. So we are about to get to that place where we can now add it on. Look at it. It's already... Like I said, there are many ways of cooking jollof rice. Many ways. Some people will start everything. They'll put the tomato, the ground pepper like we had in the blender. They'll put everything and add and cook with the rice and the sauce from the beginning. But I like it this way because it gives that sauce time for it. You know, with Obilana, when you cook it a little, when you sort of fry your sauce, it gives it that special aroma. It gives it that special, you know. There's something about, you know, first cooking it because it sort of just releases all the aroma in the sauce. So I like it that way. I'm just going to put my basil in for 2 minutes. I forgot actually, so I'm going to add my basil in there right now. Now remember, I got this basil from my garden, so I'm going to give it 2 minutes so that the basil also releases its own aroma. Okay.
Someone said thank you. Maggi is magic.
Maggi. My thing is, you use Maggi when you don't know how to cook. Period. When I see you use Maggi, because then it tells me, this person needs a little extra help with their cooking. So I don't use Maggi, and I still have my food taste nice. This sauce is beginning to taste really, really good. And I can smell it. You can smell it. The smell, it's releasing the basil is releasing some lovely aroma. The thyme, the curry, we are good to go now. Now, the easy part. So, we are ready to put in our sauce. Look at the rice. It's all dry and it's nice. So, I'm just going to put in the sauce. Okay. Be careful, please. Especially when you have children around, please. Please, please, please. You notice I want to put that in, I've moved it back. I'm not lifting up the pot, which is what we usually do because of safety. I'm just going to add that. Okay.
Someone said they don't actually like Maggie as well. So
Yeah,
support
I
her.
think we use too much Maggi. Remember, Maggi is high in sodium, very high in sodium. You really have no, especially for us black people, you really don't have business eating too much Maggi. It's bad for us with high blood pressure, diabetes. You know, in our you know, amongst us, we need to be more careful and more intentional about the way we eat. I still have some of that sauce left. I've used about 2/3 of it. It looks like that might be enough for what we need to do. So you just mix it all up. And be careful, jollof rice burns easily. I'm going to add some water now. Just a little. So please, 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 let's cut down on our sodium. Let's cut down on our processed food. You know, let's cut down on our snacking, all these chips and sodas, and we have no business with it. Look at what COVID has done to us. It has showed us up big time. So please, let's begin to, you know, change our eating habits. It tastes good, but when you are sick on a hospital bed, you don't feel good at all. It's a small price to pay, and believe me, you know, your taste buds will change. This is looking good. Now, I know some people want, for you to get it really, really red, just use more, what do you call it now? More bell pepper. Bell pepper will give you that red look. Like I said, I really don't like us using canned food. The tomato paste will also do it for you, but you know, I really don't like it. I don't want to encourage us. Let's eat healthy, please. It's summertime. It's already getting hot. We want that soda. Believe me, I'm beginning to have that longing for, you know, something cold to drink. So okay, here we go.
Sister Joy wants you to invite her and her husband to be taste testers.
You want?
Sister Joy wants to be a taste tester.
A taste test? Okay then. All right, everything is tasting good right here. You know, an older lady many years ago, when I first got married, she taught me jollof rice. And she said, when you put the sauce in, heat it up. Make a tent. So, I don't know what that does. And she said, turn down the heat and let it cook slowly. Oh, wow. So, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, because of our time. So she said, turn down the heat and let it cook slowly. I think that's where you really get everything, the sauce inside it. Because then the steam comes from the side. And so there we go.
Do you ever use paprika?
I don't use paprika, not because I'm going to try. Paprika is the red spice, right? Yeah. But for me, I usually just do I do curry, I do thyme, I do basil, I do sage, you know, for some of my cooking. I do, what do you call it?
Rosemary.
Rosemary. I do rosemary, sage rosemary for chicken, you know. I'll try paprika. Nothing wrong with paprika, whatever spice you like, you know. So our jollof rice is there cooking. Let me tell you an interesting story. The other day we had, because we always have rice for everything that we do, you know, we Nigerians, we always have jollof rice. So we were going to host some men in the house, and I told the sister who brought the food that day, I said, I don't want us to do jollof rice, let's just make all kinds of other food. So she made, so we had fried rice and the ayamashi, or what do you call it, the green sauce, and then, so we had some children, one of the children just said, I don't want jollof, I don't want anything, I want jollof rice. I'm like, we don't have jollof rice. The child said, I'm not eating. The sister said, don't mind her. I will just do something. She's a caterer. She just got in, took some of that white rice, took some of the stew that I had in the house, combined it, warmed everything nicely, and said, hey, here is your jollof rice. The child was so happy. You know, every time I remember, I crack up. Children are so easily gullible. And here we go. Our jollof rice is doing good. The water is drying. It needs a little, just add your water a little at a time. Like I said, you don't want your jollof rice all mushy. Yeah.
What is cumin used for?
What?
C-U-M-I-N. Cumin.
Cumin. I know I've heard of that. I just like, you know, I like the thyme. I like the curry. It's good. It's really good. Tastes really good. I like thyme. I like curry. I like the, what do you call it? I like the basil. The bay leaf is also good. Those are the things I usually use. I know there are 101 spices that you can use. Whatever you know you enjoy, just put it, because it's about taste. It's about what you like. So you can see I'm adding my water a little at a time. I was talking about our eating habits as black people, please. And so yesterday I had, so about 3-4 days ago when it started getting really warm, I just started having a craving for something sweet and cold to drink. I remember that I had a big melon here. So I said, you know what? Instead of doing, what do you call it? Instead of going to get soda or Kool-Aid or whatever, I said, let's blend the onion, the small cup. Let's blend the melon. So a whole melon, we blended it. And here you are. We didn't add any water, just the melon. Look at that. Doesn't the color look nice? And you just do this, put it in the fridge. Anytime the children say they want soda, they want Kool-Aid, give them this. Or, you know, blend your pineapple. Give them fresh pineapple juice. Add some mangoes. Add some, you know. Oh, this is good. Melon is so cheap. You get a whole big melon for about, you know, $3 during summer. You will make 2 of this. Instead of going to buy them that soda. It's getting warm in here. My goodness, that is so nice. All right then, I think we are all done. May I have a dish? Let's see where our jollof rice is. And you just cook that jollof rice till okay. There we go. I still need to give it a little time for the water to dry. Maybe in another 2, 3, 4 minutes, the water will dry out. But here is what it's looking like. And it's not too soft either. So the whole process, probably apart from your prep time, will take you about 30 to 50 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes. And here you are. Here you are. Tastes really good. Really, this is how I like my own rice. Not too soft. A little firm. My husband likes his really soft. So I still have it cooking there for him. Mine is, this is mine. I'm ready to eat my jollof rice. And here I am with my melon, watermelon drink. So I hope you've learned something new today. Jollof rice, easy as ABC. It's been wonderful having you. Please keep safe. Keep loving on the children. Try and eat healthy. Let's keep our lives. Please, please, please. Let's cut out the Maggi, cut out the sodium, cut out the sauce, cut out the sodas. From time to time, I get bad. Maybe once in 3 months, I have a longing for Pepsi on the rock. So I get myself a small can of Pepsi. I take half of it. I put it aside. I add my ice cubes. I have a good time, and maybe no more sodas for the next 6 months, next 3 months. Once in a while, indulge yourself, but please, eat healthy. Teach your children to eat healthy. Let's keep our lives. COVID will not ravage us again. Anything like COVID will not ravage us again. In Jesus' name. I promised I was going to chat with you. Let me quickly see what I have there before I round up today. Okay then. All right, all of you.
Do we want to turn it off?
Love you all. Yeah. My jollof rice is all nice and dry now, so I can turn that off. So we are good. So next week, we'll see what we'll teach each other. It's been good having you. The Lord bless you real good. Have a wonderful week. Keep safe. Let's begin to do something about George Floyd so that they don't kill us, they don't kill our children. It's not just about the protest now. We have to get to hard work and make sure we do something that will last. The Lord bless and keep you. Wonderful having you today. It's Funmi Obilana Reflections.